The first thing I felt was cold metal around my wrists. Not fear. Not anger. Just shock. I remember thinking, so this is how my night ends. The rain had already soaked my hair. I was sitting on the curb outside a closed bookstore, knees pulled to my chest, mascara smudged, phone dead, heart heavier than my bag. I hadn't done anything terrible, just stood where I shouldn't have, argued with the wrong person, refused to leave fast enough. Then the sirens stopped. 2 police cars. 2 women stepping out. One of them was tall, calm, her uniform neat, eyes sharp but not cruel. The other had softer features, a loose strand of hair escaping her cap, and a voice that sounded like it knew how to listen. "Ma'am," the taller one said, "can you stand up for me?" My legs shook when I tried. The softer one noticed immediately. She moved closer, not touching me, just close enough to feel human. "Take your time," she said. "You're not in trouble for being upset." That sentence cracked something inside me. They explained the charge, trespassing, minor procedure. I nodded, not really hearing anything. When the cuffs closed, the taller officer, her badge said Maya, checked the fit. "Too tight?" she asked. I shook my head. The other officer, Lena, held an umbrella over me as they walked me to the car. Rain hit her shoulder instead of my face. In the backseat, I stared at the plastic divider, trying not to cry. Maya drove. Lena sat beside me. "You can lean back," Lena said quietly. "It's a long ride." I did. Our arms brushed for half a second. It shouldn't have meant anything. But it did. At the station, fluorescent lights replaced the rain. Everything felt too bright, too loud. Maya handled the paperwork, efficient, focused. Lena stayed near me. "Do you want water?" she asked. I nodded. She brought it back, waited while I drank, didn't rush me. "What happened tonight?" she asked gently. I laughed, bitter. "Life." She didn't smile. She didn't joke. She just said, "Yeah, that can be enough." Something in my chest tightened. I noticed the way Maya glanced over sometimes, protective, observant. They worked like they trusted each other completely. At one point I heard Maya whisper, "She's exhausted." I hated that my face showed it. Hours passed, a bench, a holding room, silence that pressed against my ears. I convinced myself they were just doing their jobs. That the warmth I felt was imagined. When Lena came to escort me again, I snapped, tired and embarrassed. "You don't have to act like you care." She stopped walking. "Maya," she said calmly, "can you give us a minute?" Maya hesitated, then nodded and stepped away. Lena faced me, not angry, just honest. "Listen," she said, "I care because I choose to, not because of a badge." I swallowed. "I'm not someone worth choosing." She shook her head slowly. "You don't get to decide that for everyone." For the first time that night, I cried openly. She didn't touch me. She stayed. Morning came quietly. Paperwork, release forms, a soft clink as the cuffs were removed. Maya handed me my belongings. "Take better care of yourself," she said, not as a warning but as a hope. Lena walked me to the door. Before I left, I turned back. "Thank you," I said, "for treating me like a person." Maya smiled, small but real. Lena's eyes held mine a second longer than necessary. "Be safe," Lena said. I walked out into sunlight feeling different. Weeks passed. I tried to forget them. But I couldn't forget how safe I felt sitting between 2 women who never once looked at me like I was broken. One afternoon, I was at a coffee shop near my apartment, same rainy smell as that night minus the fear. I heard a laugh behind me. I turned. Maya was there, out of uniform, holding a coffee. Lena stood beside her, hair down, wearing a soft sweater instead of a badge. Lena froze when she saw me. Then smiled. "Hi," she said. "Hi," I replied, heart racing. We stood awkwardly until Maya cleared her throat. "Well," she said, "fate's awkward." We sat together. Conversation came easily, too easily. No past roles, no uniforms, just stories. I learned Maya loved photography. That Lena volunteered at an animal shelter. That they trusted each other with their lives. At one point, Lena said quietly, "I wondered if you were okay." I met her eyes. I was, after that night. Maya checked the time and stood. "I'll give you two a moment," she said, already knowing. When she left, the table felt smaller. "I don't know what this means," I said. Lena smiled gently. "Neither do I, but we don't have to rush it." Silence settled between us, not heavy, comfortable. That's when I realized something simple and terrifying. I wasn't confused. I wasn't afraid. I was honest. Later, when we walked out together, rain started again. Lena opened an umbrella. She held it over both of us. Just like before. And I understood then. My lesbian era didn't begin with handcuffs. It began with kindness, respect, and two women who showed me that love can arrive when you least expect it. Sometimes wearing a uniform. Sometimes just holding an umbrella. And sometimes unlocking a part of you that was always waiting to be free.